See if it shows up on YouTube. Does the recording not auto start? Wait a second. Output. Yeah, automatically recorded when streaming. Here we go. Okay, I started recording as well now. Now, time to see if this is appearing on YouTube. Hello. Yeah, automatically recorded when streaming. Here we go. Okay, I started recording as well now. Now, time to see if this is appearing on YouTube. Hello. Okay, looks like this is appearing and all that. Good. Hell yeah, my what is it called? Stream key is working as it should be, really. Alright, and now I have this stuff set up on this screen. Let me get some music started. Alright, we're shuffling some music. This should, in theory, be present on stream while streaming. We'll see in the VOD, I guess, but there should now be more music playing. I'll just go to the bathroom quickly, and then we'll start with proper stream contents after that. Well, I have returned. Apologies for the whole being gone thing, but YouTube needs to be off. My bottle also needs to go. Oh. Just trying to get myself into like a decent position physically and stuff like that. But here we are, ready to go soon. Maybe. I hope I am. That would be very ideal. Actually, if I'm in the correct account. Yeah, I am. Okay, good. What's a good song for this? Let's see some songs for the intro. These aren't recording anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but... Okay, this is good. This is a good one. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are looking at Google's new AI tool. So Google, on the basis of Google Gemini, which is kind of shit, but on the basis of Google Gemini, they made this thing. Okay, I need to restart this. This does a horrible intro, because I am using the intro I'm making on stream in the actual video. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are doing a look at Google's new AI tool. This thing is like an AI thing that can make podcasts. So I can give it like a file or text, and they'll make it'll make a podcast of like 2 people discussing it or whatever. So we can like get a podcast reacting to something, right? So we can like make it react to all the things. And I thought, you know what would be funny? Make it react to my own content, right? So I don't have actual views, so how do I solve this issue? I make those views happen, and because there's no views, there's no feedback, right? There's no reaction, there's no comments. I need someone to do that, and I have decided, you know what, let's replace the viewer's job with the AI's job. Let's take the AI is taking our jobs. I might as well replace my viewers' jobs with AI. This is the first thing I'm going to do. Of course, it's just me playing around with this. I might make something of my own to make this even better in the future, but right now, this is just very basic, very simple. Take my video and put it through this AI. And the cool thing with this is you can straight up just like go like YouTube link and it will take the transcript automatically. So I think what we do is we go to YouTube and we find my own videos from here, and we can pick ones that we like, you know, in accordance with our own like preference. So let's say we don't need to take this live one, but let's say, for example, we want to try out, here's one with like a lot of views, so let's take this one. And we just link the video, I think, and it should show up. Yeah, it works. And now it gives me, it's a poop icon. What the fuck? Why Google? Why are you bullying me? No! Anyway, it's talking about a YouTuber reviews 11 Steam games banned by Valve. Although the same person reverse aliases. Local death clips were released en masse, expanded this feature, returning cards for profit. And I highlight the game's poor graphics, controls, and over design, they're exceptionally bad, whatever. Send out store which documents transparency issues, and yeah, they mentioned I talk about that group. Interesting. I'm not sure if this is the correct spelling or not. The colon definitely isn't. Okay, it seems like a mostly accurate thing of that. Let's see what we can actually do. So you can actually give it like things to focus on, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to like raw dog it. Let's see what it comes up with. Now this could take a bit. I'm not sure how long it's going to take. So let's have some fun, right? Let's go play some Geoguessr while we're waiting. And we won't do the world map actually. We'll go to my like tabs. What is this notification shit? It loves spamming notifications. This is bullshit. I hate fucking Geoguessr. I actually don't hate it, but I am just looking also at my YouTube stuff and at my stream. Okay, well I actually don't need to be looking at the other stuff right now. I can look at this. Okay, great. Sorry, I'm actually going to do some more double checking that my mic is picked up and stuff. I didn't forget like unmuted. No, great. Let's go and it's gonna take some time, so let's go and do an NPC round of a community world with a minute per round. So just like plain images. I'm going to get horrible scores here, but okay, this could literally be anywhere. I'm feeling maybe like Russia or something. That's where I would go. Like I'm just going to kind of go like here, and maybe it's there. Russia is hard to reach because I don't even know if this is Russia. It's just the roads look like shit, and the camera is like it's kind of like very muted color one. It doesn't look like tropical either. It's definitely not Europe. I think Europe doesn't tend to look like this. Maybe it is. Maybe it's like Eastern Europe, but it doesn't really feel like it. Could be like It doesn't feel like South America or Asia either, so I'm guessing like Russia. It was Russia, but it was the complete opposite of Russia. How was I supposed to guess here? This is a crazy guess to make. Like, oh my god, that is tough. I got the correct country actually, that's funny. But I got the completely wrong side. The country happens to be the size of like 2 continents. So that didn't really work out. But we got something done. Okay, this is feeling... this could be like American. I'm not sure if it's American or European. It could actually, it could even be like Japan or some shit. Okay, I'm going to go off my vibes here. I'm just going to go Japan. I could be wrong, but I could so easily be so wrong. It was Japan. Holy shit, my vibe guess was correct. Oh my god, the YouTuber did a correct guess for once. Fucking hell. One curious thing would be, what if we take this video at the end, once it's like edited and stuff, and put that through the Google Podcast AI? What would it do? It's somewhere in Asia, that's for sure. Or actually, no, it's not in America, probably. There's no clear indication of where the sun is. This is feeling more like the kind of Ecuador, Peru sort of area. It's not Colombia, I think, because it's license plates. Holy shit, it was Ecuador. I'm actually doing really good considering that I'm usually pretty bad at NPC. Of course, I got like 2 correct guesses, but I got Russia correctly, even though it was a completely alternate country. I'm actually doing better than I thought I would. Okay, now this is a hard one, actually, for me. Is this like the US or is this Europe? No, I'm feeling more Western Europe here. I could be so wrong, though. It was Eastern Europe, but it was Europe. I got the third continent. No, this is definitely like US or Canada. One of the two. It has more northern vibes, so I'm going to go like northern US here. Like, I'll just go to Wisconsin. It was Kentucky, okay. I mean, 14,000 on an NPC for me is pretty good. Like, I usually do worse than that, so. Good job, me. And we actually have our audio for this, so let's hear our wonderful podcast. I will actually mute the music while we do this. It is important that it is of utmost importance that we pay attention to what we are doing. Let me also open up my OBS so I can monitor that, hey, it's going through the correct place. That's kind of important. Now we will hear this podcast of 14 minutes. Holy shit, made 14 minutes. Okay. Prepare for 14 minutes of whatever this is. We're probably just going to be playing Geoguessr while we listen to it, though. But yeah. Time to listen. Time to focus. Time to pay attention.
Welcome to another deep dive. And this time, we're venturing into a corner of the gaming world that you might not even know exists. We're talking about, well, banned games on Steam.
Ooh, banned games. That's interesting.
Yeah. Now, most of you probably know Steam is like that giant platform where you buy and play, all your PC games. But have you ever stopped to think about what would get a game kicked off the platform? Like, what could a game possibly do to get, well, banished from the digital storefront?
Yeah, I'd be curious. Is it like, are we
This
talking
looks like
bad
Thai.
games? Or is there more to it?
And the camera
Well, that's
quality looks
exactly what
decent.
we're going to find out today.
Okay.
Our source material
Doesn't
for
feel
this
that
deep
tropical.
dive
I'm just going
comes
to go near
from
Bangkok.
YouTuber LigmaJ69, and their video, I tried Steam's banned games.
Okay.
And in it, they kind of go through and play a handful of these banished games and, see what they're all about.
Okay, I'm in.
But what's really fascinating about this, group of games is that a lot of them can actually be traced back to a single developer.
Wait, a single developer. How many games are we talking about?
Hold on to your controllers, because we are
Mexico,
talking
okay.
over 173 games, all coming from this, well, one person.
Whoa, 173. Okay.
Yeah, and they were using a bunch of different aliases to kind of, disguise their activity.
All right, right.
But websites like Indie Game Bundles and a watchdog group called the Sentinel of the Store have been kind of piecing together this whole puzzle, and it's honestly a wild ride.
That's crazy. So over 170 games, all from one person. You'd think that Steam's review process would catch. Like, how does that even happen?
Well, it turns
Kinda
out that this
interesting.
developer was kind of exploiting a loophole in the system. So instead of putting all of these games, under one account, which would probably raise some red flags, they created multiple fake developer accounts.
Ah, I see. So they were trying to fly
South
under the
Africa,
radar.
fair
Yeah,
enough.
and Valve actually ended up giving an official statement about this
No,
to
this is a bad
Polygon,
score. More in
and they
line
claimed
with
that this
what you should
developer was
get.
banned, not just for spamming the platform with all these games, but also for abusing Steam keys and straight up misrepresenting themselves.
Okay, so it wasn't just that the games were bad. It sounds like this was like a calculated scheme.
Yeah, it really does seem that way. And this actually brings us to the heart of this deep dive, which is asset flipping. So essentially, this is where developers use pre-made assets, so
Right,
like
fair enough.
characters, environments, sound effects, things that you can buy online, and they kind of cobble them together to create a game.
Oh, okay.
It's all about
They're
churning out
talking
games
about
quickly,
like the thing
often
I
with,
talked about in the
minimal
video,
original
as opposed
content,
to
Interesting.
me
which usually
specifically,
translates to,
which
well,
is interesting.
questionable quality.
Okay. So it's kind of like, it makes me think of those meal kit services where they send you all the pre-portioned ingredients and stuff. You technically made dinner, but did you really?
That's a perfect comparison.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know about
And,
that.
our YouTubers' playthroughs of these banned games, it shows just how low effort some of these asset flips can be. Like, we're talking repetitive gameplay, clunky controls, terrible graphics. It's hilarious, but also a little bit sad.
Yeah.
It's
But
true.
isn't there like an argument to be made that some asset flips could actually provide value? Like, what about if you have educational games or, tools that maybe prioritize function over like, Flash? Couldn't those potentially benefit from using pre-made assets?
That's a really interesting point. And it's
Nice.
true that there is a spectrum of intention and quality when it comes to asset flips.
Right.
But in this case, it seems like this developer was really primarily focused on exploiting the system for
Ouch.
financial gain.
I fucked up.
And they did this specifically through a really, really clever manipulation of Steam keys and trading cards.
Steam keys and trading cards. Okay, now you have to explain that one. Like, how do you even make money off of that?
Right. Okay, so here's how the scam works. You know how when you play games on Steam, you can earn those little digital trading cards?
Yeah, I've seen those.
So players can actually trade or sell these cards on the Steam marketplace.
Oh, okay.
And you know what? Developers get a cut of each sale.
Oh, so the more people that are playing your game, the more cards are in circulation and the more potential revenue for the developer.
Exactly.
Okay.
So this developer, they realized that they could actually make more money from trading card sales than from like actual game purchases.
Wow.
So instead of relying on actual players to, buy and play their games, they just flooded the market with free Steam keys for all of their games. So
That's
it
what
made
it
these
is.
games look
That's
way
what
more
happened.
popular than they actually were.
So they
That's
were gaming
exactly
the
what's being
system.
discussed in that video.
Literally, yeah.
Okay, that's pretty sneaky. And, you mentioned earlier that they were misrepresenting themselves too. What did that involve?
Well, in one instance, they used a studio name that was almost identical to a legitimate developer who had created a game called Camera Obscura.
Wait, so they intentionally
I
tried
don't
to
know if
like
it's correct or not,
piggyback
but
off of another
that's what they
studio's
say.
success?
It seems like it.
Is
And
this
did
map
that
going to
actually
load?
work?
Yeah, apparently it caused enough confusion that people started associating the real Camera Obscura with these, like, low-quality
I think I have to
asset
refresh.
flips. So, like, when you search for the real game, these cheap
Here we
knockoffs
go.
would pop up, and some people ended up buying the wrong game, thinking that it was from the studio that they knew.
So they weren't just breaking Steam's rules, they were actively harming other
Damn, it's
developers.
Canada.
That's
Fuck
messed
me.
up.
It is.
Fuck me.
And it really brings us to the YouTubers' playthroughs. And while they're definitely entertaining to watch, it also reveals
they're
kind of
complimenting
the
me,
true
nice.
cost of these kinds of schemes.
Thank you, AI.
See firsthand how, like, clunky controls, bizarre level design, and just the endless repetition of assets, it can actually harm the player's experience.
Right. And it makes you wonder, like, where is the line between, a so bad it's good kind of game and just a plain bad game?
I
And where
don't
does the
know actually
developer's
where this could be.
responsibility lie in all of this?
Yeah, that's a
Okay,
really
it's in
great
Russia.
question. And that's a
Fuck.
question that's, well, pretty hard to answer definitively. But I think this case highlights just how important it is to have these conversations. It's interesting to think about, like, the impact that this whole incident with these asset flipped games might have on Steam's policies going forward.
Yeah, definitely.
Could this maybe lead to stricter content guidelines or like a more rigorous review process?
I think it's definitely possible. Like Valve, they have this responsibility to protect both the integrity of their platform, but also, the trust of their users.
Right.
So this whole
Trust
incident
of
might force
America,
them to
fuck.
kind of like rethink their whole approach to, content moderation and stuff.
Especially when you consider like the sheer volume of games that are being
Nice.
submitted to Steam every day.
Yeah.
It's like a monumental task to try to sift through all of that and identify potential bad actors.
Exactly. And it's not even just about like identifying bad games. It's about trying to like prevent these kinds of, manipulative schemes from happening in the first place. Like this
Was South
developer's
Africa
actions, it
again.
really highlights like a vulnerability
South
in the
Africa is so
system
hard to guess
that
if we
needs to
don't.
be addressed somehow.
Yeah, and it makes you
It's not
wonder,
as
like,
horrible, right?
is there a way to automate some of that detection?
Yeah.
Like maybe using algorithms that can like flag suspicious activity, like if there's a sudden influx of free keys for a new game, or if there's like a
Or I think Canada.
suspiciously high number of accounts linked to a single
That's to
developer.
the east.
Yeah, I mean, algorithms can definitely be a useful tool, but they're not a silver bullet.
Right.
Like there's always that risk of false positives.
Okay, those are
where,
Gibraltar.
legitimate
Interesting.
developers could get caught in the net.
Right.
So I think it's crucial to have, human oversight in there too, to kind of
Gibraltar is
make
interesting.
sure that everything's fair and accurate.
Yeah, it's a delicate balancing act for sure.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to, stifle creativity or discourage new developers from entering the market, but at the same time, you need to protect players from, scams and low quality content.
Absolutely. And it's not even just about like protecting players from, wasting their money on these bad games. It's about like protecting the reputation of the platform.
Okay, it
and the
was again
industry as a
Uruguay.
whole, right?
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Because when players lose trust in a platform, it can have like ripple effects throughout the whole gaming ecosystem.
Right, exactly. This whole situation really kind of like underscores the importance of ethical development
Also Indonesia?
practices, right?
For sure.
Like there's a responsibility that comes with, creating and distributing games, and it goes beyond just making a
Was
profit.
Russia?
Absolutely. It's about respecting the players, respecting the platform, respecting the
How
craft
far
of
in
game
are we with
development
this?
itself.
Yeah, well said.
Only 8 minutes down.
But kind of shifting gears a little bit, let's go back to those YouTuber playthroughs for a second.
Okay, yeah.
I know we've been talking a lot about the serious side of, asset flipping and all that, but there's also like this undeniable entertainment factor to watching someone try to navigate these, shall we say, unconventional games.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like watching a train wreck in slow motion. Like, it's going to be bad,
Yeah.
but you can't help but look away. And it's really a
Interesting,
testament to the
interesting.
YouTuber's skill as a content creator that they're able to find the humor and even like a strange kind of beauty in these broken, repetitive games.
Yeah, it's a great reminder that entertainment can be found in like the most unexpected places. And that even in the realm of like bad games, there can be these moments of like
Did it
genuine
get longer?
amusement and even
Did that
artistic
increase in
Yeah, and
length?
it's important to remember that not all asset
Oh
flips
my
are
god,
created
that's
equal.
crazy.
Right.
Like, there are definitely those who are just trying to make a quick buck and they're churning out these low effort clones with no regard for, quality or originality.
Yeah.
But then there are those who might be using asset flips as like a stepping stone, a way to kind of learn the ropes of game development before investing the time and resources
Yeah,
to
I
create
mean,
something truly original.
There's valid
Exactly.
ways
Like,
of
it's
using
kind of
asset
like the difference
flips.
between someone
Not
who
gonna discuss that
buys
video
a
now.
pre-made cake mix from the store versus someone who uses that cake mix as like a base to create their own, unique recipe.
Denmark, fucking
Like
hell, I suck.
both are using pre-existing elements, but the intention
That's
and the
feeling
outcome
like
can
a
be
certain
totally
country I see in
different,
the beginning
totally.
right
It's all
every
about
time.
like context and intention
It is
and
first off.
recognizing that, the world of game development, like any creative field, it's a spectrum.
It's a spectrum, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a great point to kind of transition into the final
Mexico?
part of our deep dive. So when we come back, let's explore some of the like broader implications of asset flipping
It's
and
desert.
consider, what the future might hold for this controversial practice. We've been, really dissecting this case of one developer flooding
Just Bolivia.
Steam with all these asset flips. But you know what? This isn't just about one bad actor.
Yeah, it's a much bigger issue. This
Yeah.
is kind of like a microcosm of a larger
Oh, it is
conversation that we need to be
Argentina.
having about
Damn.
like the future of game development.
Exactly.
Right.
Because as technology gets more
Ugh.
accessible, it's easier than ever for people to, make and release games.
Oh, absolutely. Like
Yeah.
it opens up so many doors for indie developers, people who might not have had a chance before. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's exciting.
But it also creates some new challenges, right?
Right.
Like how do we maintain a certain level of quality when, the market is being flooded with all these games, and how do we make sure
Loads of
that,
pumpkins.
there's fair competition
I'll give it
when
that.
some developers are, taking these shortcuts?
Right.
It's a
Pumpkins
tough
are cool.
question.
Yeah, it's a question that the entire industry is kind of grappling with.
Absolutely.
And there's no easy answer. It's going to take like collaboration between
I'm actually going to
platforms,
guess like
developers, even players, I think.
Absolutely.
Sweden.
Platforms like
Interesting.
Steam,
I did
they-
not
they
think
need to
Sweden
figure
at
out
all.
ways to effectively moderate content without, stifling innovation, like maybe through some combination of, algorithms
Okay.
that we were talking about and human review.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And developers need to be mindful of, ethical practices. Like transparency is so key. If you're using pre-made assets, like just be upfront about it. Focus on what makes your game unique.
Right.
And players, I think they can play a role too by being like informed
Do you like
consumers.
Malaysia or
Like
some
support
shit?
the developers who are really out there pushing the
Going to guess
boundaries
Malaysia.
and creating these original
It was
experiences.
Indonesia, but
Yeah.
It's a collective
actually that
effort
might
to like
be.
shape the future
Oh, that's
of games.
Indonesia, I
Yeah.
think.
And the choices that we make today
Well,
are going to
whatever.
have, a lasting impact.
Totally.
So what does this all mean for asset flipping? Like, is it destined to be this like plague on the industry, or can it evolve into like a legitimate tool for game development?
I think it honestly has the potential to
India,
be
fair
both.
enough.
Yeah.
It all comes down to, intent and execution.
Right.
Like there are always going to be people who try to exploit the system to, make a quick buck.
Sure.
But then you're going to have those who use it as a stepping stone to create something really innovative and exciting.
Tasmania.
Think about like
Fair.
early filmmakers who, repurposed old footage to create these new narratives.
Right. Or musicians who sample existing tracks to create like completely new sounds.
Yeah.
It's about taking something that's pre-existing
Yeah.
and transforming it into something original and valuable.
Yeah, totally. And ultimately the responsibility lies with the creators.
Yeah.
To use these tools ethically and thoughtfully.
For sure.
And with the community to demand and support games that are really pushing those boundaries,
Yeah.
like pushing the boundaries of the art form.
You can talk to them? No, I'm not going to do that yet. What does this do? Let's continue with that show podcast. Like, I'm going to try that in a bit. I want to know what that does.
Absolutely.
It's such a fascinating time to be part of the gaming world as we kind of
I wonder if it
navigate
leaves
this
my mic correctly.
ever-evolving landscape.
Yeah, it really is. Well said. And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into the world of banned Steam games and this really complex issue of asset flipping.
Yeah, we covered a lot of ground today.
Yeah.
But honestly, we've only just scratched the surface of this topic, so we encourage you to check out the source material for yourself. LigmayJ69's video is a great place to start. And, don't forget to share your thoughts with us
Some
on
interesting
our website or on
pronunciations
social
there.
media.
Yeah, please do. Let us know what you think.
Let's keep this conversation going.
You
Let's
are not a living
explore what the
person.
future
You're not
holds
going
for
to
game
hear in
development.
social media.
Until next time, keep diving, keep
Oh
questioning,
my
and
god.
keep playing.
Let's try what this interactive mode thing is.
Welcome to another deep dive, and this time we're venturing into a corner of the gaming world that you might not even know exists. We're talking about, well, banned games on Steam.
Ooh, banned games. That's interesting.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, wait. Someone wants to join. Hey, go for it.
What do you want me to say? Bruh.
Okay, that's definitely a unique interjection.
Yeah, it sure is, and it kind of makes you wonder about the connection between games and our physical selves.
It really does. It's almost like these games we're about to discuss are so bizarre that they're like triggering something within us.
That's a really interesting way to look at it.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear it.
I think you are really like overestimating this like depth of this. I'm just like here to talk, but I'm not sure what to talk about, so it's a bit of a mess. I'm sorry for. Okay, cool. You got me midway. I love that.
Well, I appreciate you being honest with us, and maybe the depth is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from. Maybe depth wasn't exactly the right word.
Maybe, but I think there's still a pretty fascinating story here.
Totally. It's not exactly like we're trying to uncover a deep, dark... Ah, yeah, uh-huh.
It's not that deep. Seriously.
Okay, fair enough. Maybe we got a little carried away with the depth thing.
Yeah, I guess we were kind of projecting a bit.
But even if it's not some profound statement on humanity,
Projecting.
it's still a pretty wild story.
Exactly. Like, there's still
Oh
some
my
fun to be
God.
had with it, right?
So
I
to
love
bring
this
it back
thing.
down to earth, our source material is from a YouTuber who played a bunch of these banned games.
Yeah, and they kind of go through and play some of them just to see what they're all about.
Okay, that sounds interesting enough to me.
And what's really wild is that many of these games can be traced back to a single developer.
Wait, a single developer? How many games are we talking about?
We're talking over 173 games from just one person.
Okay, so maybe it's less of a deep philosophical dive and more of a deep dive in.
Okay, that's cool. It's good to like talk to them, but honestly, the responses from them are a bit weird, and it feels like they're still just reading out the thing that was the original soundtrack, and then they just like kind of mention what you say, but they're gonna move on from it. It doesn't feel like it's that interactive, you know. You don't really get to like. It doesn't feel like you're really part of the podcast, you know. But I mean, it's actually pretty impressive for so far. Like, it is like it feels repetitive and long, just like what I do, to be honest. But like, it's not like maybe the best podcast I've heard in my life, but like it sounds like I'm listening to some kind of podcast, and like it's pretty easy to like do this. I just put in like the YouTube video link, and they start like it generates a thing, and there's like AI voices talking about this shit. So that's pretty cool. It does seem it's more focused on like like hey, what is actually being talked about, less about like reacting to the video. But we can try that because we can customize it, right? So we can delete this. Yep. Okay, then we can. Can we actually like just like we can remove that as a source? Or you can add multiple sources at once. That's cool. I'm not going to. At the end, maybe we'll like try doing like a thing where we just like combine all of our things and see what kind of amalgamation of content it will like come across at. But okay, let's focus on the video itself. Your discussion should be centered on commentary about the video itself, its quality, and how you react to the video. Okay, that's shitty prompt, but let's copy that. Okay, I had to rewrite it because I want to add a different source first. Let's try adding another YouTube link. Let's try adding another one from my channel. Let's do this thing. This is an idea I have, which is just great. Let's pick the... can I sort by like views? No, I can't like sort it by views, really. Actually, we can do popular, and then we can go all the way to the bottom. That works. What the fuck is this video even? What is this video? The greatest, most significant, most powerful fruit in existence. Now, you might not. It's some bullshit I came across about olives. Sure, let's give it this. Let's see what the hell this comes out from this. Let's find out. Whatever AI will generate from whatever the fuck this shit is. This is some crazy stuff. But well, I'm excited to see. Okay. Actually, I think I have. Okay, I'm going to hide my screen for a bit. I don't want to. I want to make sure I'm not showing anything. Okay, so now I actually have like a clipboard matching software that I use. I didn't want to show anything bad from my clipboard, but here's this. And oh yeah, I should probably like enable the music. Yeah, let's try with the music this time. Bam. Is the music in the correct thing and audible? I think it is. Yeah, okay, great. Let's give it this to work on. And let's generate. It should be making it on top of the... I don't know if it will base it off of this or base it off of that. That's what I'm scared of. Okay, actually no, let's... Okay, yeah, it's not. Let's remove that source. Okay, here we go. Okay. Cool. Can I cancel this? No? Okay, well, we'll see if it talks about the correct topic at the end. It's meant to like focus on the video quality and stuff like that, so that's like what I told it, like focus on the video quality, focus on the video, commenting on the video itself, and we'll see. Let's play more Geoguessr while we wait. That is the current plan and the correct circumstance. This is fun though. This is gonna be Japan again. That was all of Japan actually. Okay, it's gotta be more southern, maybe like... Let's just go like here. It was way more south than I thought it would be. Damn. We have another Japan, really? We have second Japan, holy shit. This is crazy. This might actually be more northern. I'm judging from the... No, it was actually south, fuck. Oh well, it's fine. I thought it would be... Maybe like Brazil. Yeah, it was Brazil, not where I put it. Brazil. Brazil is too huge. Okay, we're driving on the left. That is interesting. It's feeling quite tropical. This is probably like Asia somewhere, actually. Like, I'm going to guess, like, I don't know, here. It was Malaysia. Fair enough. It was in the area near where I guess that's good enough for me. We're in Northern Hemisphere. I'm going to guess somewhere like Eastern Europe. Probably like in the more mountain areas. Well, it was in Switzerland. Interesting. That is fascinating. Quite so. It's still generating. That's fun. I love seeing how far behind the YouTube is. Actually, now it's actually happening.
All right, buckle up for a deep dive, folks. We're going deep into some interesting corners of the internet today.
Oh.
Yeah, we're talking about a couple videos by Ligma J69. The first one is all about banned games.
Okay, it's like about 2 videos. No. Let's actually reload this and let's see if it updates to this. Okay, it actually, now it's like about olives. So we'll wait, no, fuck. Let's reload this. I have to regenerate it from this. Wait. It's below the previous one. No, let's remove that. Okay, now it should actually only do it on the basis of this. I think I still have this, yeah, okay, here we go. I want them to comment into my video quality, not on like anything else. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. Let's see if it actually does something. It's time to play more Geoguessr, I think, because that might take a bit to generate. But now we have actually something. This is really interesting, actually. Like, I'm quite interested in this AI, because it's actually surprisingly good at what it does to me. Wait, not what it does to me, oh no, oh god. I didn't mean it that way. I'm not sure where this could be, like, it's either like Latin America or like Eastern Europe or like who knows, who the fuck knows what. This could be like South Africa as well or something, I don't think it is. Okay, I'm going to actually just go like kinda up in like Brazil. I'm sure it's like, okay, it was South Africa. Oh, it's Eswatini. That's fun. Okay. This is feeling a whole of like Sweden. I'm going Sweden. because the bird lines, and it feels Nordic, and their bird lines are like dashed. So Sweden makes sense. You know, that's your right next to Stockholm. That's fun. I like going a bit north of Stockholm always, because I don't know how to region guess. But yeah, that's that. Where the fuck would this be? This is actually like... You know, I'm going middle of fucking Russia, let's go. South Africa, fair enough. That was a hard one. I had no clue there. I had no clue. Are we in like Japan again or some shit? This could be Latin. That's just probably like Latin America. It's either Japan or Latin America. I feel. It could be somewhere else in Asia actually. You know what? I'm going to go in my gut. I'm going Japan here. Wait, no. The sun looks like it might be Nerf. Nah, I'm going to actually go like... I'll go up like here. It was in Ecuador, yeah, okay. That was, I don't know why I had Japan vibes there, but I did. This is definitely Eastern European. I can't quite read the signs. Like, it could be like Cyrillic, it could be like Bulgaria or something. But it's West European. What is Spain? What the fuck? That didn't look like Spain at all to me. What the fuck? That is crazy. Okay, it's 8 minutes of this. We'll continue with Geoguessr while we listen to this. But... Maybe it should be worth going to an online game, actually.
Right, so today we're diving into something a little different.
Okay.
You sent us a YouTube video, and, well, the title alone is something else.
Oh, yeah.
It's called Olives Are Conspiring Against Humanity. And then in parentheses it says, real, 100% legit, no lie.
Yes, thanks for the specification.
And this gem comes from the channel Legmaj69.
Sounds promising.
So yeah, some questions.
Promising, yes. That's
Like,
my greatest video of all
Olives taking
time.
over the world. Really?
Well, you know, we're here to analyze the argument, not the, you know, not necessarily the factual accuracy of it.
Of course, of course.
But it's always good to apply some critical thinking,
Right.
even when things sound a little out there.
Absolutely.
So Olives is
Well, yes.
masterminds, huh?
Basically.
Yeah. All right, let's hear it.
So the video starts off by going on about how olive oil is like everywhere.
Okay.
Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed how many different kinds of olive oil there are these days?
You know, now that you mention it.
It's kind of like they're everywhere, right?
Yeah, I guess they are.
Sneaking into every corner of our kitchens.
I see where they're going with this.
Okay,
Playing
I don't know
on the
about
feeling
that part.
Something so common.
I have one
something
bottle
we
of
take
olive
for
oil,
granted
not
could actually
multiple.
be
They're not.
way
They're in one
more
place.
than it seems.
In my kitchen.
Exactly. And then it gets into this whole thing about extra virgin olive oil.
Oh.
I mean, come on, olives don't even reproduce sexually, so what's with the whole virgin thing?
Haha.
It's pretty funny how much they lean into that.
It's definitely using humor to draw you in.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's also kind of clever.
How so?
It gets people thinking critically about food marketing.
Okay.
Like, what does extra virgin even mean?
Right.
I'm
Is it
pretty
just,
sure
like,
that's
a
some
fancy
like
way to make
scientific
olive
meaning
oil
or
sound
something.
better?
Like I would
never thought of it
imagine.
like that.
You know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
This in
Then the video
English.
gets into this whole historical thing about how humans have always depended on agriculture,
Okay.
and it actually calls us slaves to crops.
That's interesting.
Right.
Did I do that
Bringing
in
this
that video? I have no clue. I don't
perspective and
remember
tap
what I
into
said in
broader
that.
people. Questioning authority
I have no
and
clue.
traditional systems.
Oh, I see.
Like, maybe we're not as in control as we think we are.
Okay. I
Could
can
be
see
like South Africa.
Yeah.
Interesting way to frame it.
And then it gets really wild.
What happens?
With
They
how
start
red it
claiming
is.
that olive farmers are being influenced by the olives themselves.
What?
Like maybe even controlled.
Whoa, okay, so full-on conspiracy theory now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
This
fuck
is
it.
where it gets good.
It really plays on that fascination with hidden knowledge.
We are just
Totally.
going to
Like
send
the
it.
idea that there are these forces at work that most people don't even know about.
Exactly like a secret society of olives,
Haha. Right.
controlling the world from the shadows.
And the evidence they present is something else.
Like what?
Is it?
They show clips of politicians with olive trees in the back.
It's Australia. Okay.
No way!
And they claim it's proof that olives have infiltrated governments.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
It's pretty creative.
It really is.
But you know, they're really relying on suggestion.
Yeah. not concrete evidence.
Like connecting random things.
Yeah.
I love how
right, to
seriously
build
they are
narrative
taking
that
this.
supports
Like,
their claim.
Classic conspiracy.
it's
theory
completely
stuff.
ironic,
One thing that really
the entire
got me was the
thing.
editing.
Oh yeah.
It's super fast paced.
Okay.
Tons of jump cuts, random memes, and sound effects.
Wow, so it's like a sensory overload.
So it's going to be Ghana.
Totally. But it keeps you glued to the screen.
It sounds like they know what they're doing.
They definitely know how to make something go viral.
Yeah, that style.
It's a key part of its appeal, for sure.
It creates a sense of urgency and excitement, which makes people more receptive.
This doesn't
to
feel
these
quite like Southern. It's
outlandish
just more Northern
claims.
Ghana
Yeah,
to
like
me.
there's this one
Could be
part
wrong
where
though.
they zoom in on an olive with glowing red eyes.
No way.
I know. And it's played for laughs, but it's also kind of creepy.
I bet.
Like it sent chills down my spine.
That's great.
It's a perfect
It was
blend
Tamala
of
interesting.
humor and fear.
For sure.
The humor
Well, I was
starts
right in
you
the
and then
Northern
bam,
part.
it
I am
gives
in
you
middle though.
something creepy.
To
But
remind you that something
whatever.
sinister is going on.
Exactly.
Clever.
So we can all agree this isn't meant to be taken literally,
But
right?
definitely not.
It's satire.
Mhm.
But it plays on some very real anxieties.
For sure, it's entertaining, but it also reflects something about our culture.
Like what?
Does it?
This distrust of institutions
Does it?
and all the
Really?
misinformation out there.
Yeah, I see that.
It's a
Are we
sign.
sure about that?
And it's all about olives.
Who knew olives could be so interesting?
Right.
It makes you wonder.
What other seemingly harmless things are
Yeah, I'm
lurking
not
in
sure
our
if it's.
kitchens?
Uh-huh.
Okay, maybe I'm getting carried away.
Maybe just a little.
I'm going South Africa again. Fuck it. It's Australia again.
Let's
Fuck's
see
sake.
what else we can uncover about this olive-centric conspiracy theory.
I'm in. You know, it's funny how this video really messes with how we see olives.
Yeah.
Like, they're such a normal
Does it?
food, right?
Does it
They're
really?
part of Mediterranean cuisine, you know.
Huh?
But this video makes them seem kind of evil.
It's true. I never would have thought twice about grabbing some olives,
Right.
but now I'm not so sure.
Uh-huh. I get it.
It makes you question everything.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
going
that's what
Uruguay
it's going
here.
Like, what if olives are actually plotting against us?
Exactly. It takes something harmless and makes it
Nice. I
unsettling.
won.
And they
I won
do it in
that.
such a clever way.
I
I won the
know.
game. Let's
Like, there's this
go.
part where they
I've already
talk
done my
about
20 games. I'm literally
Mediterranean
not
foods.
losing, getting any like
And they actually say
rank up stuff
it's
here. I
going
got
through olives
14,
master
34
plan.
points.
Like,
But
take
yeah.
over the world?
Yeah. To, like,
I'm just getting rating.
rid
That's
our
all I'm
culture and
getting.
Make us weak.
Oh, wow.
It's so ridiculous.
It is.
But it also kind of makes you think about cultural change and stuff.
Exactly. It plays on those fears.
Another thing that makes this video so good is the narrator.
Oh, yeah.
Their voice is amazing.
That's so good.
You don't know
It's
my
like this
voice.
mix
You're
of
reading a
being
transcript. You're
serious
reading
And
text.
then being super dramatic.
I see. So they really sell the whole olive.
And I'm pretty sure my voice is horrible.
Totally, they're totally in on the joke,
Yeah,
but they also sound kind of concerned.
which makes it even funnier.
Yeah, look at
This is one
transcript.
line
It
that
only
goes
reads
every
transcripts. It
time.
doesn't
They say,
understand
"They're
voices.
small, they're
That is nonsense
unassuming,
commentary,
but
like
that's what makes them
101.
so dangerous."
Uh-huh. Oh my god.
Well, we have a flag of a
It's
certain
like they're
country.
talking about a horror movie monster.
But the monster is an olive.
Exactly. It's so absurd.
I'm just
but
gonna
it
go like
works.
fucking Texas
It's
here
like this
and
video makes you laugh, but it also makes
I'm
you
probably wrong,
wonder.
but
Yeah, like what if they're right?
Right.
It's the power of satire.
Totally.
It lets us talk about serious stuff in a funny way.
Mhm.
By
No,
making
it's
it
it's
seem
not serious
ridiculous,
stuff.
It makes you
Like
question
it's not serious
Your
stuff. It's a
assumptions.
fucking olive
Exactly,
conspiracy
and it makes
theory.
you think about the information
Yeah, I was actually close.
behind.
Holy shit! I actually reached this correctly in the U.S. What the
It
fuck?
also makes me want to stay away from olives.
Uh-huh. Maybe that's more.
Make us fear the olive.
Right.
This was definitely a weird deep dive,
It was unique.
but it was also really
I think it's
interesting.
ending now.
Yeah, it made you think.
So what can we learn from this olive conspiracy theory?
What does it tell us about
There's
how we see
mountains.
information online?
Let's talk about that after the break.
We are probably in
It's
Southern
wild,
Hemisphere.
right? This whole olive conspiracy thing.
It is pretty out there.
This
But it does
AI
make you
takes
think.
like my olive conspiracy theory way
obviously
too
sad.
seriously.
But it's
It is not
playing on
reflecting
some
on real world
fear
issues. I know it wants it to,
Like
but it's not.
about all the information.
We are driving on the
Ah,
right,
yeah, all
which
the
is
stuff you see
important. So
online.
it's probably like
Exactly.
And how
Latin
easy it
America
is to
somewhere?
spread misinformation.
Maybe.
Especially when
These
it
road
comes
lines
to
are
such an
weird though,
entertaining way.
actually.
Right. This video is actually really well made.
I know the creator's really talented.
Yeah, they know how to tell a story.
Even if it is about olives taking over the world.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
They really like this olive video for some reason.
And the humor is what really gets you.
It disarms you.
Yeah. You're laughing along.
And
I'm just gonna go down here. Okay, that's in Mexico.
It's about olives.
Fair enough.
Question everything.
Okay, so they have lines like that in Mexico.
It really is.
That's actually
Creates
quite
a
fun.
connection with the viewer.
Like we're all in on the joke together.
That's quite
Exactly.
interesting.
And that makes the message more powerful.
Even if it's not based on anything real.
Right, it makes you think about the responsibility of content creators.
Yeah, even when they're being satirical.
Where's the line?
No,
between
it's literally just
entertainment and
satire. It's the
spreading
whole thing's
harmful
joke. I
ideas?
don't know
That's a tough
why
one.
they are
It
taking
is
it so
especially
seriously.
now with how
It is
fast
funny that they're
information
doing that,
spreads
though.
online.
This video has
they are-
definitely made me more aware of that.
Me too.
It's a good reminder to be critical.
I don't know.
See.
Yeah.
I mean, we're definitely in
if it
Latin
seems
America
funny or
here.
entertaining.
What's the main takeaway for you from all this?
For me, it's all about media literacy.
I'm not sure. It's not
Being able to
like
understand the messages we see.
Yeah, to deconstruct
this could
them,
be
to see the
one of
techniques
many
being used.
countries,
We can make
unfortunately.
informed decisions about what to believe.
Exactly.
It's been a wild.
I don't know
ride
the brands
analyzing
either.
this
I should
all
know them. That would
conspiracy
help.
It has been pretty unique.
But a really eye-opening experience.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining me. on this deep
Mexico,
dive.
okay.
Into the world of olives and conspiracy theories.
Who knew they could
Well,
be
it's
so
Mexico,
entertaining?
probably.
And
It's
thought-provoking.
a little dry, but not like
Everyone,
crazy dry.
Keep questioning, keep exploring.
And never underestimate the power of an olive.
I'm gonna go like up higher, northern Mexico here. It was. Okay, let's finish up the game before we do the next thing. Because, well, this. I'm an online game, I can't really just like go off and do other things. This is fun. It is going to be Korea. Okay, it's... I'm going to go like... It's a bigger town. Or bigger city, not town. It's a city very much so. I'm gonna go like down here. It was Seoul, okay. Fair enough. Fair enough for the Seoul. Okay, this is interesting. I'm not too sure where I would actually guess right now, so let's try to find literally anything. I'm particularly interested in continent here. Okay, that is a language. That tells me it's probably like Japan. Yeah, it is Japan, okay. It's interesting, it's like fall as well, or like autumn. I'm gonna go more northern. It was more northern. It was not Taiwan, it was Japan. I win, let's go. Oof. How long is this been so far? How long have I been going? Like an hour? Okay. We can do like one more. I don't want to stay too long on this, like it's not worth too much, but let's give it one more. Let's delete this. Not source guide. Remove source and let's add a YouTube link. Time to go find another YouTube video. For the sake of my... What the fuck? I just got a subscriber, interesting. But let's find a different video. Okay, what's a good video for this? What would get funny results? This is 11k views, what the fuck? Okay, let's do this one then. This is great. We can ask it to review my Dug Bug Bug review, why not? Let's go. Insert. Let's see what the hell the AI has to say about this. I'm hungry, so I'll do this and then I'll end the stream. Then we'll delete this. I think we don't actually customize it, we just generate it. I want to see what this has to do with the content of the video. I just want to see what it does. We raw dog it this time. Okay, we have now sent that. We'll do single player or we wait and then we can go multiplayer like while it's running. Why not? We'll do another NPC thing here. This might be a long one. Okay, this is going to be a tough one actually. It's very much in the mountains. This could be in out of places. I'm going to just like go in the Alps somewhere here, Slovakia. It was Japan. I was kind of half guessing Japan, but not really. But I guess it's not Japan actually. That is unfortunate. But that is reality. And this one. Now the trees are interesting here, but I'm not sure what it does me. This feels like Russia. I'm gonna go kind of middle of Russia. It was not as Kyrgyzstan, but I actually was kind of like horizontally right there, which is very interesting to me. I will say. Now this feels like Europe again, maybe like Romania or some shit. It was not, it was Turkey. Okay. This one probably like in Asia. I'm going to guess like Philippines, but I'm very much not sure of that. It was Indonesia. Okay. I don't know. This one I'm going to... Where would I even guess? I'm very much lost here. I don't really know. Fuck it, Eastern Europe, let's go. It was Italy. Holy shit, it looked like crap for Italy, but... The camera was, I think, a big part of the vibe and what it made me think, so... That makes sense. It's still not ready. Do you have to do another one? I'm going to drink some water and then we'll see. Maybe I'll just start streaming like Geoguessr every day or something. Shit is fun. I like this game. Like I can just in the background. I can just like have it generate stuff while I come and play my games. I think that's fun. Like, and some variety to the streams. But yeah. I guess it's still generating it. Okay, actually it's ready now. Perfect, we can go multiplayer finally. Oh my god. This is crazy. Let's get started.
All right, so welcome back everybody for another
welcome back.
Always exciting.
Yeah.
Deep dive.
Today we are looking at something I thought was really funny. It's a YouTube review about this thing called the Doug Mug Mug.
Doug Mug Mug?
Yes, Doug Mug Mug.
What is?
It's a mug.
One of them is
based
confused.
on YouTuber's mascot. The YouTuber's name is Doug, and the mascot is a bell pepper.
A bell pepper.
A bell pepper.
Okay.
I know, right? So we are looking at just one video, one review of this mug. It's by the YouTuber Ligame699. So we are going to look at his claims about the mug, see what he loved, what he hated,
Okay.
and hopefully, just kind of...
That pronunciation is
It's gonna
crazy.
be like Mythbusters, but for a bell pepper mug.
Exactly.
That pronunciation is
really live up to the hype?
crazy.
I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Okay, so first of all, like, the marketing for this mug claims it can hold 32 liters.
32 liters. Wait, like, is that even possible?
I know, right? That's
It's
like
like a
8
Cyrillic
gallons.
country,
Imagine
but
trying to lift that.
You'd need like a forklift for your morning coffee.
Right.
probably it's actually
It's
Russia,
insane.
but
But
I could be
thankfully,
so wrong. I'm
Our
not good at
intrepid
reaching guessing this
reviewer
shit.
put this claim to the test. He actually gets out a 1-liter water bottle and tries to fill the mug.
They're
It only
hiding a
holds
thing.
like
That's
800
annoying.
milliliters.
Oh, okay. So,
A bit of a difference there.
yeah, just a tad. Like 40 times
I don't know
smaller
the
than
regions
advertised.
Yeah, the
and
math
stuff.
isn't exactly their
It's
strong
the
suit, I guess.
097.
But
You
it
should
really makes
keep
you
that in
wonder about,
mind.
like,
Why
false
are there so
advertising and stuff.
signs so
Right.
hidden
I mean, how
here?
can they even get away with that? Like, is there not some kind of, rule against making up such obviously huge claims?
Yeah, it's a good question, right? Like, where's the line between, like, creative marketing and just straight up...
I don't think it's going to be like
It's a bit
Ukraine.
of
I
a
think
legal
it's
gray
genuinely
area, I
like.
think. Especially online where it's, kind of the Wild West in terms of regulations.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm assuming that means
Okay,
something.
so, moving on. Another bold claim they make is that this is the least drinkable mug ever.
Least drinkable? What does that even mean?
I know, right? I'm picturing like a mug with holes in it or something, like designed to
Yeah,
drink
it's
and
not quite
spill
that bad. It
everything.
does
Maybe
not
a
have
bold
holes in
design
it.
choice, but yeah.
Yeah. But
I can
it
say
turns out
that.
their idea of bad design is basically just that it's shaped like a bell pepper.
Ah, so inherently awkward.
Yeah, not exactly known for its ergonomic excellence. But here's the thing.
Interesting word
the
choice.
reviewer actually drinks from it in the video.
How'd it go?
No major spills. He actually manages to drink from it pretty normally.
It was Ukraine. Fuck.
So maybe this bad design.
How did they ace it?
marketing.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it could be a way to, play up that ironic, so bad it's good kind of vibe, which, can actually work really well with certain audiences.
Right, like maybe the awkwardness is part of the appeal.
Exactly. It plays into that idea of authenticity, too.
Oh, how so?
This is gonna
Well,
be
if the
Israel.
mug is, truly reflective of the Doug brands, like if they're known for being a bit quirky or offbeat, then the
They
fans
are.
might actually appreciate that more than, some generic, perfectly functional mug.
That makes sense. Embracing the imperfection.
Right. Okay, what else did they claim about this mug?
That's too easy
So they
though.
also say that this mug is indestructible.
Indestructible, a ceramic mug.
You see the problem.
Yeah, a bit of a stretch, I'd say.
Exactly. And of course, the reviewer can't exactly test that out without smashing his own mug.
Right, wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah. But he does point out that, it's ceramic. So, like, by definition, it can break.
Yeah, basic physics.
This feels a bit more Central
And he
European,
actually
so I'm
seen
going
some
to
reports
call
online of
like
people getting their
Denmark
mugs
maybe?
with broken handles.
Oh no. So maybe not so indestructible after all.
Not looking so good on that front. And apparently the packaging is super basic.
Packaging matters.
It does.
Oh yeah, definitely
Especially
matters.
when you're
Most
shipping
important.
something that's fragile.
Yeah, you need more than just a thin white box if you're promising indestructible, right?
Exactly. So that definitely raises some questions.
Why
about
did
the whole
that's not Finland? I'm sorry.
supply
I'm sorry,
chain and how
my
they
guy.
get
It's not
these
Finland.
things to people.
Yeah, that's a whole other can of worms we could open up.
Right. Like, are they just trying to cut costs wherever they can?
It's possible, but sometimes those cost-cutting measures end up backfiring.
Sure. Okay, so to be fair to the mug,
Maybe like-
it does hold 800 milliliters.
Maybe like Canada.
Still a pretty decent size for a mug, right?
Yeah, it's bigger than your average coffee
So
cup.
that's south, so it
And
could
the
be
reviewer does
like
praise the design in terms of like actually looking like the mascot.
Even though
it was up there, okay,
Even
but
though
it's still
the-
Canada.
He says it has a good color scheme, the shape is accurate, so
it achieves its goal aesthetically.
yeah. He even says it's ugly, but like in a good way,
I can see that, like, it's intentionally ugly, so it becomes kind of charming.
Exactly. Like it's owning its ugliness.
Maybe like Latin
But-
America.
He does mention some quality control issues, like the eyes aren't even, and there's some unevenness. In
The
ceramic.
yellow stripes
So
are
maybe
very
not the highest
fascinating,
quality
actually.
craftsmanship.
Right, and that makes me think about the whole like
Like it's yellow stripes, not just the edges, but in the middle as well.
Yeah, there's always a trade-off there.
if it was.
Well, I know this is
mass-produced,
going to
maybe it'd
be
more
Europe
consistent, but it
then,
might
or
also
something.
lose that kind of like unique handcrafted feel.
Where is
That
this?
made with love, even if it's a little
Gucas
wonky.
Galetti, is this
Yeah,
like, this is,
exactly.
okay, it's probably
Okay, now
Europe
for the big
then.
one.
The
Price.
Hit me with it.
The mug itself is $25.
Okay, that seems...
So
Which
it's,
isn't too bad,
is it
right?
Eastern
yeah,
Europe
not
then?
unreasonable for a novelty mug.
But the shipping.
Yeah, it's going to be, I guess, maybe like, I see like one of the words reminds me of maybe like Romania, so that would
He
make sense.
mentions
It's going to be
that even
Hungary,
within the
for example,
US,
too.
Shipping is pretty high.
Okay, so that adds up quickly.
Yeah, and of course our reviewer is based in Finland, so
Oh, international shipping, that can be brutal.
it is brutal.
mention my
Not only was the
location.
shipping expensive, but he also got hit with EU import taxes.
Ouch. So basically he ended up paying double the original price.
Pretty much, yeah. It's crazy, right? Like you think you're getting a good deal, and then bam, shipping and taxes just knock.
I mean,
you
it's
out.
included
It's the
checkout,
harsh
it's not
reality of
deceiving,
online
it's not
shopping,
like,
especially across
it's
the
hidden
world.
from me, it's just that,
And
you
makes
know, it
wonder
is
about the
expensive
economics of this whole influencer merch thing. Like,
to
where does
get.
all that money really go?
Yeah, good question.
Like, how much does the creator actually profit, especially after all those extra costs?
It would be interesting to see a breakdown of that for sure.
Right. Like, we started with a bell pepper shaped mug, and now we're talking about global economics.
It's a slippery slope,
That's-
isn't it? But that's what makes it
That's
so
a you
fascinating.
decision.
It is. It's like
My man.
this one little mug opens up all these bigger questions about, like,
They love like
marketing,
making everything super
consumerism, and,
philosophical,
you know,
which
the
is
whole world
interesting.
of
The AI
online
loves
creators.
making everything
Exactly. And
philosophical
that's
as
just
hell,
scratching the
so.
surface. We've got a lot more to unpack.
We do.
Where am I?
But before we dive
Why
into
did they turn
part
around?
two,
I hate this when
wanna
it turns
ask
me
you,
around for no
listener,
reason.
A question. Would you buy a mug based on a YouTuber's mascot?
What makes influencer merch appealing or not appealing to you? Think about that for a minute. We'll come back to it soon. You know, what I find really interesting about this whole thing
I'm having a hard
is
time
that it's not just
guessing
a
where this
product
is.
review. It's like a window into this whole niche online community. Like, you really get a sense of the Doug fandom just from watching this one video.
Yeah, for sure. And it's cool to see that even though the reviewer points out all these like flaws with the mug and the marketing, he's still like genuinely excited about it.
Yeah, there's definitely a sense of, enthusiasm there, which I think speaks to that like emotional connection that fans have with the creators they like.
Right. It's not just
I'm
about
actually
the
really lost
product
on this
itself,
one.
it's
I'm going
about
to guess like fucking
owning
Mexico.
a
I could be
piece
so
of
wrong.
something you value.
It was Canada,
Exactly.
holy shit.
Like it's almost like a, badge of honor or something.
Yeah, it's like wearing a band's t-shirt or, having a poster on your wall. It's a way
Interesting,
to,
yeah, that's
like,
very
show
cool.
your
Cool. That did
fandom
not feel like
and connect
Canada
with
to me,
people.
but Canada sometimes doesn't feel like Canada.
And in a world
Because of the
that's,
camera lighting and stuff.
increasingly digital.
Now this feels like it
those
could be
physical
Canada.
expressions of
I mean,
fandom
this
seem
feels
even
like it
more
could be
meaningful.
Canada. This is probably
Yeah,
is
it's like a
Canada.
tangible link to something that might mostly exist online.
Yeah.
If I could go
exactly.
up there, that would be
the
very
reviewer
helpful. I don't
even
think I
mentions
can,
that, like,
so...
he wouldn't call the mug beautiful, but he appreciates that it's like a faithful representation of the mascot.
So it's beautiful in its own way.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the ugly.
I'm probably going to lose here.
It's that so bad
Uh,
it's good kind of thing.
Yes, like those cheesy B movies that become cult classics.
Exactly. They're loved because of their quirks and imperfections.
Exactly, and it's cool to see that. Same
Yeah, I'm
idea
feeling Canada
applied
here.
to, like, a product.
It's a good reminder that taste
Birchie
is
Lake
subjective.
doesn't... I'm not
Yeah,
going to find
what
that.
one
I'm feeling like
person
maybe like
finds hideous,
central-ish.
another person might,
Fuck it, let's go.
totally love.
Totally. And that's something important for
This sort of like lakey.
anyone in marketing or design to keep in mind.
For sure, for sure. Like, you gotta understand your audience.
General area.
Right. Even if it seems, unconventional.
I don't know where this is actually. I have no
Speaking
clue.
of
Let's see.
audience,
I'm
the
thinking Canada,
reviewer
but
did
that's the
mention
only clue
those,
I...
international shipping costs.
Oh yeah.
It is the complete alternative of Canada. Damn, they just exactly next to me. That's
It
funny.
is.
Like how accessible
very
is this
funny.
merch really if you have to pay like double the price? just
I'm
to
not
get
dead
it
yet, though.
shipped?
Yeah, it's a good point. It's like we don't all have equal access to the same things.
Right. And
Japan,
it
I
highlights
think?
the need for, more creative
No,
solutions in a
Korea.
global marketplace.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe we'll see more
Okay, let's go.
localized production in the future.
That would be cool.
Or, maybe even some new shipping solutions that make it
It's not
cheaper
Japan,
and
it's
easier to
Korea.
get things across borders.
Yeah, that would be a game changer. I'd love to see creators.
It looks quite similar to Japan in
making
this
their
area,
work
actually.
accessible to everyone who wants it.
I
Like
think
architecturally and
that's
stuff, that's why I was
But for
going
now,
with that.
it seems like the Doug Mug is like a bit of an exclusive item.
great. Yeah,
Okay,
for those
back
who can
in
afford it.
the
Right,
correct
for those
area.
diehard fans who are willing to pay the premium.
And for them, it might be worth every
This
penny.
game is
Oh, yeah,
dragging on a
absolutely.
while.
It's a symbol
Damn.
of their connection to this like community they love.
It's a reminder that the value of a product can go way beyond its, practical function.
Yeah, totally. It's about like the feelings it represents,
Yeah, the sense of belonging, the shared experience.
Exactly.
Just
So we
young.
started with this like.
So,
bell
we could be in
pepper
Sweden,
mug.
actually.
Now we're talking about like.
I would need
global
more language to
economics
have
and
any
the
verification
psychology
of that.
fandom.
It's amazing what you can uncover when you really dive deep.
Pick
into
a
something.
hole.
It is, and we're not done yet. In the final part of our deep dive,
Is that
we'll bring
Swedish sign?
everything
I'm not
together
sure.
And try to answer that big question we posed earlier. What makes influencer merch?
Oh yeah,
appealing
it's Sweden
or
as
not appealing
fuck.
to you?
Looking forward to it.
It's funny, like we started with this mug,
Yeah.
and now we've talked about all these different things.
I don't know
Yeah,
where in
it's really
Sweden though, so...
spiraled, hasn't it?
Yeah, but like in a good way. It's like who knew a novelty mug could be so like
Skola.
thought
Or like
provoking?
horse riding
Well,
school
it
is
shows
what
that
that
everything is
means.
connected, right? Even
Skola
something
means
as simple
school.
as a mug
I
has
know
a
that much.
story.
Exactly.
And that story can tell us a lot about bigger
I went to their
trends
country
and,
at least.
you know,
They
the
didn't.
world we live in.
It's true.
That's enough
And
to win. Oh my
sometimes
god.
those
The
stories are
multiplayer is so high
surprisingly
now.
human, too.
Oh, absolutely.
Like we started with a bell pepper shaped mug,
Yeah.
and now we're like contemplating global commerce and the psychology of fandom.
It's amazing where these deep dives can take us.
It really is. So as we wrap up this exploration of the Doug mug, I want to go back to that question I asked earlier.
Mhm.
Would you buy a mug based on a YouTuber's mascot?
What makes influencer merch appealing or not appealing to you?
It's a good question, right?
Yeah, there's a lot to consider.
Like for some people, it's about showing support for a creator they like.
Right, like putting your money where your mouth is.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a way to, contribute to their work and be a part of their community.
It's like a tangible way of saying like, hey, I appreciate what you do.
Yeah, and I want to see you succeed.
Exactly. And for other people,
Oof.
it might be about owning a piece of something they like really enjoy,
Right, like a souvenir.
like having a concert t-shirt or, a signed poster.
Exactly. It's a way to connect with something
How was that
that
sound?
brings you joy.
It's about like belonging.
That
Yeah,
sound doesn't
being
belong
part of
there.
something bigger.
But of course, there's also the like potential for influencer merch to feel
The road is wide.
You
I'm
know,
feeling Canada here.
icky,
Right, when it's done wrong.
like when it feels like exploitative.
It was Norway.
Or just like not
Felt more North
genuine.
American,
Yeah, when it's
word-wise.
clear that the creator is just in it for the money.
Yeah, and they don't actually care about like the
Where
quality
the
of the
fuck is
product
this?
or the fans who are buying it.
Right, it becomes a cash
I'm
grab.
going
It's
Canada
all
again,
about
fuck
finding
it.
that balance, I think.
Yeah, the
It's
balance between
Finland,
commerce and
cool. If I had a sign, I
And
would
when it's
know.
done well,
Yeah.
influencer merch can be a really cool way to,
I missed
build
my own
community and
country.
foster
Fucking
those
hell.
genuine connections.
But it has to be authentic.
Yeah, for sure. So, as we say goodbye to the Doug Mug, I think we're left with a lot
I'm
to
going
think about.
Thailand here.
Yeah, it's more than just a
Yes,
mug,
Nisha.
isn't it?
It really is. The next time you see like any piece of influencer merch, just take a second to like think about what's
I'm going
behind it.
US
Ask
here.
yourself, is this a genuine expression of community?
It was
or
US,
is it just
not
a
where I
clever
put it, though.
marketing ploy?
Maybe it's both.
Maybe it's both.
And on that note, I think we'll wrap up this deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
We hope you enjoyed the journey.
And as always, keep exploring,
Central Europe,
keep
maybe?
questioning, and keep
I can't quite
diving
read the
deep.
text, so... Canada, fair enough. I fucked that up so bad. But I think that's enough for one